On Billboard tonight, thrillers in Hull, space art in Grimsby, madness in Lincoln, and Anya Taylor-Joy in film review. Welcome to Billboard with me, Ted Stanley, for our monthly roundup of arts and entertainment in East Yorkshire and Lincolnshire. Towns and villages around the region will be celebrating the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings. On the 6th of June, a beacon will be lit on the Nolling Cleethorpes, followed by a short service at 9 o'clock. And a parade and flag raising ceremony will be held in Scunthorpe. On the 8th of June, celebrations will include a family fun day at Grimsby Institute and a 1940s themed picnic at Waltham Windmill. The Gathering Fest returns to Meridian Showground in Cleethorpes on the 8th of June for its 5th birthday celebrations. 10 hours of music will feature 60 acts across 6 arenas, including Andy Whitby, Billy Giles, Judge Jules and Bass Hunter.
Only dreaming that you're missing me. I'm waiting here at home. I go crazy, now you're gone.
Hull-based author Chris Speck draws on hometown settings for his gritty Grandland crime novels. I caught up with him to find out more about his latest book in the Avenue Cast series.
My books celebrate Hull, and they celebrate what the people are, what the people do and who they are. And they celebrate the history and the character of this city. So it's a positive thing. All the baddies are always from out of town, Ted. Well, Avenue Cars is set on a taxi office on Champlands Avenue in Hull. It features the characters who live down there. If you do live in Hull and you walk up and down Newland Avenue or Chance Ave, you'll probably see some of the characters that are in the book. It follows a story of a lovely chap called Our Dave, who's could be in his 60s or could be in his early 70s, but he's done a few bad things in the past. These days he's trying to be good, but the world turns, things happen, and he ends up going into a world that perhaps he doesn't want to be in anymore. So that's the first book of Avenue Cars. The latest book in series is called Lockwood. It's about a young guy called Gaz, who's a bouncer. He's had a troubled past, he lost his mum, lives on his own, and he gets a great job looking after somebody, and it turns out that this is a lady of the night, a girl of ill repute, and he's forced to look after her, and he does so very well. And he was also sucked into a murky world of intercity gangsters. Our Dave's in it. All the characters from Avenue Cars are back in it as well, so you'll find out what happened to those guys. Yeah, it's a tour de force as always, and a lot of action in it. My favourite character in this book is his 1982 Ford Capri called Ella. The next one that's coming out is about a called Face Man, and this is based on a lawyer who lives on Westbourne Avenue. He's a little bit more upmarket, as you might say, but he still gets also sucked into a murky world of intrigue and drugs and danger. And it's about the story of how he manages to get himself out. Again, Our Dave's in the story, and some of the other people who managed to make it through the other books are in it as well. There will be a final one out next year, and that'll be the end of it.
Lockwood is available now from Amazon and other online bookstores. In other literary news, the Hammond House International Literary Festival is open for entries until the 30th September, with over £3,000 in cash prizes, worldwide publication for all shortlisted entries, and a televised awards ceremony at the annual Literary Festival. Full details on the Hammond House website. Music now, and a review of some of the best gigs around the region with singer and music historian Kirsty Hanna.
Detroit legends Electric Six are coming to Docks Academy in Grimsby on the 27th of June as part of their UK summer tour. Mixing garage, rock, disco, punk and new wave, they found international success with their over-the-top style, delivering energy and absurdity in equal measure. There's a chance to see one of Britain's most loved bands, Madness, as they headline the show at Lincoln Castle on Saturday the 29th of June, as part of their Sailor V tour, playing everywhere from racecourses to castles all across the UK and Ireland. English indie rock band The Zootons are bringing their biggest hits to the Drill Hall in Lincoln on the 26th of June, including Pressure Point, Valerie and Why Won't You Give Me Your Love. Grimsby Folk Club have a huge lineup of talent in June, starting on the 2nd with popular Lincolnshire folk duo Nigel and Terry. On the 16th, Nick Dow, one of the best folk voices of his generation, entertains with his extensive repertoire of traditional folk songs.
He loves us all, both great and small, of learning you have had your share.
And concluding the June calendar on the 30th, Edwina Hayes, one of the country's finest female singer-songwriters, brings together English folk, Americana, and the rich northern singer-songwriter tradition to create a sound that's truly her own.
15, my country said, son, it's time you stopped rambling, there's work to be done. So they gave me a tin hat and they gave me a gun, and they marched me away to the war.
Coming up on tonight's show, Space Art in Grimsby and the latest entertainment news from Gemma Lingard. But first, here's actress and broadcaster Liz Drury with a review of the latest film releases.
On Film Review tonight, the latest Mad Max epic from master filmmaker George Miller, a haunting story from the American Civil War, and a glamorous unicorn. But first, India Donaldson's directing debut Good One, an emotionally expansive work that probes the limits of familial trust, understanding and ultimately forgiveness. 17-year-old Sam embarks on a 3-day backpacking trip in the Catskills with her dad Chris and his oldest friend Matt. Tensions mount when lines are crossed and Sam's trust is betrayed.
Because I'm asking you so nicely.
Furiosa is the latest epic tale in the Mad Max franchise from master filmmaker George Miller. It may not have the manic propulsion of Fury Road, but it has greater emotional content. When titular heroine Furiosa falls into the hands of a great biker horde led by warlord Dementus, she begins a non-stop battle to make her way home. Roberto Minervini's The Damned can feel almost subversive in its lack of dramatic tension, and yet there's a haunting quality to this beautifully filmed account of the slow attrition of faith, hope and purpose. In the midst of the Civil War, the US Army sends a company of volunteer soldiers to the Western Territories with the task of patrolling the uncharted borderlands. As their mission ultimately changes course, the meaning behind their engagement begins to elude them.
It's going to take them at least 2 weeks to get up here.
2 weeks.
Our family film tonight, Thelma the Unicorn, is a small-scale delight that balances quirky humour and heartfelt emotion to excellent effect. A small-time pony who dreams of becoming a glamorous music star is transformed into a unicorn and instantly rises to global stardom. However, this new life of fame comes at a cost.
I'm finally special. You were special before all this, Thelma. We're just getting started.
The fire inside.
Starfish, Sometimes Always Never, and Still Life are also worth a look.
The work of Spanish-based artist Sandra Safraga connects contrasting visions of the cosmos, from myth and astrology to modern astronomy. I caught up with her at our big picture in Grimsby to find out more.
I say I work mainly in drawing, but I do take a multimedia approach. So I work on ink and pencil and paper, as well as digital works, video works, photography, so quite a wide range of medium and also quite a wide range of styles. Some of my work is kind of photorealistic, detailed drawing, and some of it is quite abstract, like the work behind me. So this is a collection of recent works to do with space mainly. So for the last few years I've been making work in response to the Cassini raw images, which are the unprocessed images from the NASA's Cassini mission to Saturn. So that's been my source material for a few years. That was part of my PhD research as well. So this exhibition collects a few of those recent works. But I also made a new series of drawings, again from NASA's mission to Mars. So I have made 10 new drawings which are tiny portions of Martian soil, but they are drawn life-size. So the drawings are miniature, but they're actually life-size. And a lot of my work plays with the scale a lot. So you will have a lot of tiny objects that are evoking big boundless spaces, and then boundless spaces kind of capture in an ambiguous way, ambiguous scale.
More art news now from journalist and gallery manager Elise Ballard.
With 12 separate exhibition spaces, the Ferrens Gallery in Hull displays an extensive range of important artworks. From Renaissance and Baroque, Victorian and Edwardian to modern and contemporary, there's something to please all art lovers. The Artist Studio offers opportunities for emerging local artists to work towards an exhibition of their art and a programme of interactive craft workshops offering relaxing fun for all the family. An ambitious project by artist Peter Walker will see thousands of paper doves bearing messages of peace created by visitors to Lincoln Cathedral over the summer. The resulting mass participation artwork will be suspended in the nave of the cathedral and set to music by composer David Harper. An exhibition of work at Our Big Picture in Grimsby by local artist Sarah Palmer reflects the area's wetlands past and explores the stories, myths and legends surrounding the Seven Hills of Grimsby. The current exhibition at the Hammond House Gallery in Louth features work by contemporary artist Sharon Sycamore until the end of May.
The first collection I did in 2020 was really about exploring abstract or contemporary art, finding my own artistic voice. And that led me down a whole series of work. And from that, I started to think about more of a representational landscape style of work.
And in June, a portrait exhibition will feature an eclectic mix of painting and sculptures by 10 local artists, including Sam Walters, Jason Carlisle and Debbie Geddes.
There's some great entertainment coming up around the region, and actress and broadcaster Gemma Lingard brings you the pick of the best in box office.
Cheers, Ted. So, starting us off at Grimsby Auditorium on the 27th of June is Sarah Millican with Late Bloomer. When Sarah was a bairn, she wouldn't say boo to a goose, but now she's loud and goose booing all over the shop. In Late Bloomer, Sarah's brand new stand-up show, she explains how one became the other, plus lots of other stuff about dinners and lady gardens. At the Plowright Theatre in Scunthorpe on the 8th of June is Jurassic Earth, which features astounding animatronics and excitingly realistic performances. So get ready to laugh, scream, sing and roar at this greatest dinosaur adventure for the whole family. On the 22nd of June at Hull Truck Theatre is Kinky Boots. Charlie Price is in need of a miracle and Lola might just be the angel that he's been waiting for. So pull up your most fabulous boots for a drag-filled night of fun in this hit musical inspired by a true story. At Hull New Theatre, Everybody's Talking About Jamie is on the 17th of June. Jamie New is 16 and lives on a council estate in Sheffield. He doesn't quite fit in and he's terrified about the future. Supported by his brilliant loving mom and surrounded by his friends, Jamie overcomes prejudice, beats the bullies and steps out of the darkness and into the spotlights. An inspirational musical not to be missed. On the 13th of June at Skegness Embassy Theatre is Wonders of Our Universe, The Average Scientist. An enchanting evening filled with discovery, music and art. A visually breathtaking and emotionally charged voyage through the cosmos. Presented in a unique storytelling style that unleashes the imagination and stimulates inspiration across all ages. And finally, get ready to step back in time and relive the magic of Meatloaf's iconic hits in All Revved Up, the ultimate tribute experience at the Riverhead Theatre in Louth on Friday, the 7th of June.
When the night is over, like a better hell, I'll be gone, gone, gone. Like a better hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. When the day is done and the sun goes.
Well, that's almost all from Billboard for now. You can keep up to date with the latest news on our Facebook page. And to make sure you don't miss any of our programmes, click the subscribe button below. If you have a story you would like us to feature on Billboard, email details to news@billboardtv.uk. The latest programme on the Heritage Channel includes a special feature on popular Grimsby pubs past and present. And Gemma Lingard takes us on the tourist trail in Cleethorpes. You can watch it now on the Heritage Channel Facebook group or YouTube channel. From everyone on the Billboard team, thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next month for more entertainment news, entertaining guests and great music.
And the old men still answer the call. But as year follows year, more old men disappear. Someday no one will march there at all. Waltzing Matilda, who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? And their boasts may be heard as they pass by that billabong. Who'll come a waltzing Matilda?